Hey Rithvik, it's nice to connect again.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's been a minute.
Yep, yep. So, can you just introduce yourself, what you do?
Yeah. So, about 2 years ago, I started working out during COVID, and I realized that an issue that a lot of people my age and people in similar situations was that we didn't really know how to start working out. And therefore, I started a fitness brand that allows people to reach their goals in a sustainable way without them losing motivation and without them resorting to extreme measures like extreme dieting, because that is one of the biggest issues in the amateur fitness industry, and that is something that I wanted to combat and in my fitness brand.
Cool, cool. So, could you go over like where you were at before, we met and you joined the coaching startup program and some things you were struggling with in terms of like actually finding people to help, especially in the fitness industry, and also, you know, after working with us, how did that, a little before and after?
Right. Funnily enough, I thought that finding clients would be the easiest thing to do because of the perceived demand for amateur fitness and getting into it, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it would, because a lot of people have a hard time trusting people that they just met on the internet or they just met for 5 minutes at their local gym. But after being able to work with you and your team, it's really shown me that it isn't that hard to find clients. And the way that you've set me up, or rather the way your team has set me up and connected me with different clients, has shown me that maybe I don't need to do this part of the business. It's I could more focus on the fitness side of things and the things that I'm actually passionate about.
Yep, yep. So it's like, a lot of our group calls, it was really hammering like, let's work on the business instead of in it, right? So it's
Yeah,
like automating client acquisition, automating client success, automating onboarding, automating XYZ.
it took all the boring stuff out of the business and it gave me a lot more time and flexibility to really work with what I was passionate about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Could you touch a little bit about like how we were actually able to help you with the outbound process? I know when we met, you were just running Instagram ads. But how we were able to, expand with like VAs, closures, etc. Like, could you touch a little bit about on that?
Yeah, so to specifically answer your question, it was it was more about the things about the business that I didn't like, like finding people, finding clients, onboarding them and whatnot. And in a nutshell, I'd say the greatest way your company has helped me is the onboarding and hiring of the VAs and the appointment centers. And it was also really helpful when I was able to fully understand the KPIs and everything that went around behind the scenes. And more specifically, I didn't know what help I needed. And it was really insightful of you to help me flesh out my team and build and surround myself with people that I didn't know that I needed until I was able to meet with you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can we get a thumbnail, G? Can we get a thumbnail where like I need that live to hit for you, Rithvik? Holy moly, this motherfucker!